Howdy, folks, and welcome to another episode of In the Mix. I'm your host, Matthew Eric White, and guys, I have a very special guest joining me today. A woman I have known for the better part of a decade. Met her in an acting class, my first acting class in Los Angeles, and we have been friends ever since. She's an unbelievable singer, actress, dancer, and all-around entertainer. We talked about life, we talked about our careers, and we talked about our relationship. So, folks, without further ado, please enjoy this amazing interview with my friend, Giselle Torres. Nervous?
Why would I be nervous?
You're nervous. You're a little nervous. Because I'm Larry David. I could do a gotcha moment.
Absolutely. Like, I look at you and I'm like, shit, I forgot what I was going to say.
Most women have that response.
Oh, do they know? The women at the bars.
How long have we known each other?
Way too long.
What, you were 14? So I must have been 15 at most.
Yeah.
And we met in an acting class.
Met in an acting class, a very strange acting class.
It was, what are your first impressions? Do you remember anything about the first time we met?
I do. Actually, it's a really funny story because before joining this acting class, I think they gave you I think Donna sent over sides to all of our emails.
Yeah.
I remember searching you guys up before the class.
Oh, you stalked everyone before?
I searched you up.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
And I remember at the time, the only thing I found.
Okay. Thanks. Just immediately the one credit.
No, because I was searching you up.
Yeah, I was.
Commercial. And I was like, oh my God, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, it was a great commercial. I'm actually really proud of that. It was a great commercial. My first impression, I remember, so in this acting class.
Oh yeah, I would love to know.
It was a scene study. And I had been there for 2 weeks already. And there were 3 people in the class total. And they added a 4th, and that was you. Or
oh wait, you were there before me?
I think you came in like a week after I came in because I went right from a camp.
Wow.
That Donna did into the scene study.
Okay.
And we had to do a scene from me, Earl, and the dying girl. And you were the dying girl.
I was a dying girl.
And I'd never heard of this movie before.
My first impression of you, I thought you just hated me.
I can see why you thought that. I was so closed off.
Yes, you were so closed off and you were so shy. Like, you did not say a word to anybody. Like, you were so
I sat in the back right corner.
Yeah, I mean, I was also shy, but I just thought you hated me. And I remember doing that scene with you.
I hated being there. It was one of those things where I was like...
I loved it. I was looking forward to the class.
Were you in school at the time?
School.
Okay. I want to go back, though, before we even met. Because when we met, and we did become friends, and I found out you had been working for a lot longer than any of us had, really. So when did you first get the bug, as they say, for performing?
Oh, I mean, working in sense of probably music, entertainment, and all that. So I started doing musical theater. I mean, you're a musical theater kid, so you get it. But my mom, she's a musical theater. She owns a musical theater company in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So basically, I grew up there since I was 2 years old.
Where in Florida?
Miami.
Mm-hmm.
So literally, didn't really have a choice. As a kid, I was born on a stage. My mom would just put me in every single musical that she was putting on, and I loved it. Up until now, musical theater is just the best thing ever. So it's always played this big part in my life. And then once I got a little bit older, my mom, she did this little girl group. She got 2 other girls who were in the musical theater company, and I was in that for a while. It's this Latin.
Wait, hold on.
Latin, we're not going to talk about it.
No, we are going to talk. So it's a girl band?
Yeah, it was a little girl band.
Okay.
And I mean, we would just shoot videos for fun. My mom would just film us with her camcorder. And it was just so much fun for me. I never thought of it as work or anything like that. And then we went to the X Factor, and that's sort of when everything started, we started taking it a little bit more seriously, because at the time it was just something that we were doing for fun. But then people were like, wait a second. People started actually noticing yeah. And that's when I was oh wait, I kind of like this. This could be something.
So before that, it was always just kind of a hobby for you?
Yeah,
And
it was always just like for fun. I mean, after school, my mom would be like, "Hey guys," like she would teach us a little choreo, and then we'd like get in front of the camera, and she'd just like film us.
Sure.
But it wasn't anything like serious. It wasn't like, oh, this is
It
what we're
wasn't
gonna
work.
do. Yeah, it wasn't work, and it wasn't like a crazy thing. Like,
were you making any money off of it, or were you guys
at the
gaining
time,
followers?
no. At the time, nothing. I mean, like I said, it was just like my mom just wanted these videos to remember when we grow up.
So you guys go to X Factor as the girl band, right? What was the name of the band?
Give Me 5.
Give Me 5.
It's originally supposed to be 5,
Okay,
but
but there were 3.
there were 3.
2
so
didn't
we
make the
just-
cut.
Yeah, 2 didn't make. It was actually 2 guys, and that didn't make the cut. So
Men always
Man,
weighing you
it's
down.
disappointing. Disappointing.
X
They really do.
Factor.
They really do.
How old were you on X Factor?
10. I was 10 years old. Yeah, I was a baby. So like again, even at the time, I didn't really like process it, and it was like the first time that they did X Factor in Spanish. So still produced by Simon Cowell.
Where did they shoot it?
Mexico.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like basically the same producers, but all in Spanish. And at the time, I was not fluent in Spanish. Like I didn't know how to speak Spanish. The 2 other girls were like perfectly fluent. So they would do the interviews and I had no idea what I was saying. Like I would just have to like nod and like agree with what everybody was saying. But it was like looking back, I'm sure there's like some interview from when I was a kid and like I don't even know how to like
Oh,
put
we'll
together.
find it.
Oh, we'll find it. We'll find it. But no, it was a crazy experience. But that's sort of like what sort of started all of like the music.
Between 10 to 14, were you still in Florida? Or did you when was the move to California? What prompted that?
Yeah. So acting has always been sort of something that I've loved doing as well.
Sure, musical
theater, you
theater.
know. So I would sometimes go to like a few auditions in Miami, but there wasn't much over there. It was just like the standard. There was Nickelodeon, which was like
Right.
the only thing they had over there.
Isn't there like HQ? It's like a big HQ for
They had I don't remember the name of it, but they had a big like studio that would like produce like Nickelodeon stuff. So that was the only stuff that I would be going out there. And I remember getting like really far in one show, and it wasn't until like my mom was like, you know what, maybe this could be like a thing. Like we should try this. And she's like, I've heard of like pilot season. I'm sure like this thing that happens in LA. Like we should just go try it for like a month. And I was like, okay, cool. Didn't have an agent. Like
Nothing,
anything.
just like-
Really, yeah, let's go. You know, I had no idea what we were doing.
But you do
was-
have a little clout to your name at that point,
yeah,
a little
I
bit.
mean, but like I don't know. Yes, that was like all I had, you know. But yeah, we thought it would be a lot easier, you know. And that's when
Didn't we all?
Didn't we all? And here we are
Here we are.
in my bedroom.
Oh yeah, I forgot to.
Yeah, maybe we should acknowledge that.
We should acknowledge that I'm sitting in your bedroom and not. This is actually a studio we built for this purpose.
You know, it's been advancing. In the Mix has really just been blowing
Blowing
up
up.
lately.
Episode 6. This is when everything changes. This is my X Factor. Just so
This
you
is
know.
your X Factor.
What happened in the pilot season?
No, that's when I met you. So we came out here,
Oh.
14 years old.
So 10 to 14, you were still
10
in
to
Miami.
14, yeah, 10 to 14, I was just like doing my own music. So just releasing my own music, auditioning a little bit in Miami. But yeah, that's when sort of like my mom was like, oh, like maybe we should try this.
Yeah.
And came out here, didn't know anybody. My mom was like, found this amazing acting class.
Yeah, of course.
I think you should try it.
Shout out
And-
Breaker and Erica,
Shout
the
out-
other two in the
so,
class.
So they get names. I don't.
Our 2 mutual friends.
Yeah, so let me just preface this because I have to. Matthew did a little podcast session with my good friend Ryan and acknowledged me as a mutual friend. I am the reason that they met. And he never likes to admit it.
No,
You never do.
no, because him and I are closer than ever now. And we do have you to thank you for that. We do. I apologize. But shout out to Breaker Novogratz, Erica Janey, the other 2 we met in that acting class.
So you guys were like literally the first people I ever met here. Like probably like my longest. You're my longest friend that I've known here in LA.
Really?
Absolutely. Like did not know anybody when I came here.
You might be. Yeah, you might be as well, actually, now that I really think about it.
Because you were here before, like for like
I think I had just moved.
Okay.
I'd come out a summer before.
Interesting. Okay.
And then I made the move to California that year. And that's when you guys, the 3 of you were the first actor friends I made since actually moving out here.
Crazy.
Because when we met, you had success, and at least in my eyes at the time, who I had zero entertainment industry experience, and you having been born in it and coming up with it with your mom, what's it like kind of getting attention? And this is a question we don't really talk about. I've never really asked you about it.
Had these conversations.
No, honestly, I've never asked you, what is it like to get fame and success at 10, 11 years old? What the hell does that do?
Honestly, like, I don't even think that, like, I didn't feel any of that. I knew people were watching. I knew, the YouTube had grown so much in the span of, like, such a short amount of time. But, like, when you're a kid, you don't really notice. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it was just so much fun. Like, it never felt like I had to do it. I had to shoot a video, record a song. Like, it was always just, like, I couldn't wait to do it, So, and I think that's why, like, it worked. Because I loved it so much, and it never felt like it was something that I had to do. I just loved it, and I wanted to keep doing it. And I don't think I ever realized, like, how many people were watching, until, obviously, because also I am Mexican, so a lot of my music is in Spanish. So a lot of, like, the following was in Latin America, so, like, it wasn't like I would see it like day to day. I wouldn't go out and people would be like, oh my God, you're the girl from YouTube. You know what I mean? So, like, I never felt that ever. But when I did go to Mexico City for the first time to do, like, concerts, that was the first time that I was like, wait a second, like, people are singing along, people are showing up. Like, this is so weird. It was, like, the craziest, like, it was shocking. Even, like, for my parents, like, my dad especially was like, what is going on? Like, he was being a bodyguard for me. And I was like, this is the craziest thing ever.
It's gotta be terrifying.
Yeah, especially, like, during that phase of, like, my childhood and when I was in the group, like, it was blowing up a lot with, like, kids, So it was just,
sure,
like,
people your age at the time.
Yeah, for sure. So that was, like, the first time I really, like, saw it in real life. And I was like, wait a second, like, people are actually listening. And it's, like, this amazing feeling because it's like, oh, like, it's something that comes from your bedroom, really. It's these songs I write in your bedroom, but people are actually, like, listening. So it's, like, really great.
I think the fact that it doesn't affect you and that, I mean, you're a good person with a good head on your shoulders, a lot of that credit goes to your parents and your mom because, I mean, tale as old as time is a show mom. Right? Which is the immediate thought when people hear you grow up with a mom who kind of puts you in shows that she's been a part of. And I've met your mom. She is not that at all.
My mom is definitely intense, but not in that way. And I think it's, like, a very misconception because people always like, oh, you grew up in this industry. You grew up since you were a child, like, on screen. But it's like, I did it because it was fun. If I could have done it myself, I would have done it. My mom was just helping me with all these crazy ideas I had, but it was never, like, something that she's like, oh, you got to do this.
Yeah, like that music video I'm in with you.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about
that was my first experience recognizing that, like, because we had become friends at that point, and we were like, hey, do you want to go do this? And you're like, no, I have a shoot. And the three of us were like, what the fuck is this shoot? Like, what shoot? Did you book something? She's like, no, I'm, like, doing a music video. And then I did my deep dive on your YouTube and was like, holy crap, these all have, like, millions of views. I was like, who is this girl?
That's hilarious.
And then when we did the music video, which one was it?
Over and over again?
Over and over again. Yes.
How did you agree to do that?
Fucking, I saw you had millions and millions of I was like, I'm in. That was a fun shoot though.
It was so much fun. I thought you did amazing in it.
Oh yeah. I think I was the highlight.
The highlight, honestly. I know, like, one day we're gonna, like, be so much older and we're gonna look back and we're like, damn.
That's right now. Giselle, that's right now. I'm looking back right now going, damn.
Please. We're not that old.
We're pretty, well, we're pretty old, Giselle. What's that transition been for you going from when we were 15 and transitioning into, like, now your folks don't live here anymore, my folks don't live here anymore? What has that journey been going from we were child actors to now adult?
It is scary. I mean, it's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
I really have known you for that long. Like, that's crazy.
You're 24, right?
23.
23?
Don't age me out right now.
Sorry. It's just how you look. Maybe I should cut that one out.
You can leave it. It's fine. I'll allow it. Oh, okay.
So what is
okay.
it now being 28 years old? What is that experience like for you?
So you're 31.
Clearly.
I feel like when you're a kid, you don't like pay attention to things so much. You kind of just do them, and it's very easy. And the older you get, you start paying attention more. You start picking at things. You know, you become more of like a perfectionist, and I feel like that's my struggle sometimes, like detaching from perfectionism.
Does that change the way you like work now?
Yeah, because sometimes I'll write like 20 songs. I'm like, no, they're not good. They're not good, and then like, but then maybe they are. You will never know because you're so focused on like wanting it to be like the
Tunnel
perfect.
vision.
Yes, exactly. So I feel like definitely that whole transition has been hard, just like growing up and realizing like, oh, it doesn't matter, like it doesn't matter. And it's the same thing with acting. Like I feel like sometimes we're so in our head about ourselves and not, like what the casting director is thinking or like what the producers like. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
The question I get is, have you ever thought about any other industry, doing any other world? It's probably a little different for you because you do have more success than I do in this world. But has anyone ever asked you, like, is there anything else you've been drawn to do outside of this industry?
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good question. I think just being like in the entertainment industry, like musician, actor, whatever, I think it's really great to also learn about the business side of things, like learn about contracts, marketing, sales, like all of that I think is so important and is also key to understanding like, when those things start aligning with like certain projects or whatever. So I think it's cool to be able to understand that. So definitely been diving into that. Marketing, sales, PR, all that. I've just definitely been learning a lot about it. And
But you just equated it directly to the entertainment industry.
I mean, what do you want me to do? Like
No, I'm just curious. Is there, if the answer is no, there's nothing wrong with that. If this is the only industry you've wanted to be in, because that's how I am.
I don't see myself doing something that's not at least like creative.
I think that's good.
Yeah, I don't see I just don't think I could. Like I mean, there's like so many things that I love doing, like dancing as well, like, but it's all like in the same realm of like creativity and like, you know what I mean? So I just don't see myself doing, like, it could be something like sales, business, but in the entertainment industry, I'm someone that loves to be doing something like at all times. Like I need to be busy. If not, then I just get like.
Well, your music is something I feel like you never have to wait for that.
Yeah.
You're always in the studio.
I mean, you can always, yeah. And that's what I love about it. I mean, that's like, if anything, I think that's like my first love. I think that's just something I'm always going to be doing no matter what. And I can do that whenever, just got to go outside, live a little and write a song about it, But yeah, definitely just like staying creative with my own things.
Do you feel lonely at all? I sure
I feel
as
like
hell
I'm
do.
in therapy right now.
You are. You are in the mix, Giselle Torres. Giselle Torres, you are in the mix. We're not drunk enough for this conversation. Maybe not.
We need shots. Should I go get them?
No.
Okay. Wait, do I ever feel lonely?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't.
That's good.
And I'm going to be like completely
good
honest.
for you. I'm happy for you.
I mean, lonely in the sense like sometimes I miss my family. Sometimes I would like to be with them. And like being in LA alone and sometimes being so like focused on your stuff, it gets a little lonely, but I don't know. I am someone who likes to be alone sometimes.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. I mean, I have told you this actually a million times, but I am someone who loves, like, I need space. I'm like not somebody who thrives in like a social environment. Like I like being social, but like my social battery will go down.
I think you're pretty introverted as a person.
I definitely am. Like I thrive in like a very calm setting. I like being alone.
If you could only be a pop star or an actress, and you got to choose.
I feel like I would probably go pop star. Okay. Pop star, because then I think it's easier to get cast in things. Transition from actor to singer, it works, but like once you're really known for something, it can.
My wife's a pop star.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. She's a very successful one. She's single now, isn't
Sabrina. I know. I want to wait it out.
Shoot your shot. Send
It's gonna
her the
happen. It's gonna
podcast.
happen naturally. You don't understand.
Send her your reel from the blind.
Hey, you. In case you're interested in dating another actor, I'm far less successful than the last one. Let's fast forward 10 years from now. So you'll be what, 55? And at that age, when you look back, what will you have wanted to accomplish in this 10 years? Like personally, professionally?
10 years from now, gosh, I don't know. I mean, I think definitely just be part of a few projects that challenge me as an actor. I feel like, it is hard sometimes. You don't really get to pick and choose. So I feel like being part of something that'll challenge me and be able to, connect with people, be a part of like a story that is able to connect with a wide audience and in a way that people can resonate with.
What kind of thing are you looking forward to challenge? Like, what do you consider a challenge?
I don't know. I mean, I think just like there's so many like roles that I would love to do, like period pieces, a musical would be like the dream. So I hope, in 10 years I can get a musical down the line, musical movie. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's just like, there's so much that I would love to be a part of, and I'm able to be a part of that. And then also just like on the music side, yeah, just be able to write songs that people can connect with. And I feel like if one person connects with it, then that's a success to me,
What's your favorite song you've written?
Probably the one that's going to come out soon. The one I played for you.
Oh, yeah. I love that one. That was great.
Yeah,
What's it called? Can you say that yet? Can you say anything yet?
Well, when is this coming out? You know what? I'll say
Next
it.
week.
I can't really. Well, whatever. Should I just say it?
You can say it.
It's
and
in
I can take
Spanish.
it out
I don't
later
think
if
any
you
of
want.
your listeners will understand it.
Yeah. Sorry, Grandma. Sorry, Grandpa.
It's called "Dónde quedó esa niña."
Gesundheit.
In English, it's translated to "Where did that girl go?"
And where did she go?
I have no idea. I can't find her.
Is there any people that you've already worked with that have left like a big impact on you?
Yeah. I feel like I'm trying to think of like the most notable. I did like this tiny role in this movie called I Want You Back like years ago. Yeah. But it was the coolest thing ever because I got to work with Charlie Day, who's like a comedic genius, and Pete Davidson also was there, Jenny Slate, all of them. So it was really cool. Because again, it was a tiny role. You have like only a few lines, right? But we show up on the day, and I remember it just being like they rolling the cameras and everybody's just off script. Everybody's just like riffing, improving. And I'm just like, what is going on? That was the first time that I was like, wait a second, like this is crazy to see like these massive, like, professional comedians like going at it. And you're like, okay, when do I say my line? But it was just, yeah, it was crazy. So I think maybe I learned a lot. I learned after that first day, like a week later, we filmed again, and I was like, I came back and like super prepared with like things to say and like improv and all that. But it definitely forced me to be like, okay, like this is how it is. And I learned a lot just from like watching them and seeing the way that they work. And that's like completely like changed.
Is there anything you've implemented in your own work from that?
Yeah, I feel like just the breaking away from script, I think is like a major thing. Cause I feel like sometimes like like, I'll definitely like make it more natural in a way that like fits, the way that I'm saying it. But sometimes it's okay to do that. There are cases when it's not. Sure. But, sometimes it's okay to do that. And it actually like has helped me, become more natural with it and be able to like play around with it.
Take a little bigger risks in those tapes and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So I learned a lot from them, and it was just, the coolest thing ever. So
is there any advice you'd give other actors starting now that you've been doing this 15 years?
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah. Have patience. I would say definitely, yeah. Have patience, and for sure, yeah, make sure you really love it, because it is,
How do you make sure of that? Because when I was young, people would say that to me, and it would scare the shit out of me. Because I'm like, I don't know what I love.
you love it because you're still here.
Right.
And that's the difference. I think people who don't love it give up, unfortunately, very easily. And I think it's fair, fair. It's a lot of rejection, a lot of things. I mean, so many roles that you probably get super close to and nobody has any idea, right? You got to stick it through. And if you don't, then you give up and you find something else that fulfills you. And that's totally okay because it's not for everybody and it's not easy. But yeah, I mean,
I tell people that, like, if I told you, hey, you can do anything in the world that you want except this job. And if you go, okay, then this isn't for you, which is fine. But like for me, if someone was like, hey, because people would be like, can you see yourself doing something else like I asked you? And I'd be like, I guess. Like, yeah, I can see myself doing anything. But if you were to tell me, okay, you have to go do any of those except this, I'd be like, fuck you. Absolutely not. Like, I know I could do anything else. I don't want to do anything else.
No, 100%. And I think like we get frustrated all the time. I think like,
me, I'm calm.
Are you now? I think we get, oh God, I remember when we were kids and we would sit on your rooftop. Remember, we'd have like those deep conversations about life.
Sure.
It is, I don't know. I think in general, sometimes it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating when it doesn't go your way. And I think there's many times when I'm like, damn, I don't know if I want to keep doing this, but then we're still here. You know what I mean? It's because we love it. Like for me, as frustrating as it is, I like have to keep doing it, unfortunately. Like I just have.
Every one of those losses oddly is like, for me, it's like oddly satisfying because it's just like another notch on my belt of like when it happens, I'll have earned it. Because there's a lot of people that don't get those notches and then they struggle with the imposter syndrome.
Oh, 100%.
I will not struggle with imposter syndrome because like we've been grinding for a long time.
Yeah.
And if it takes another 10 years, 20 years, I don't care, whatever it takes. And when the day comes, it'll be like, yeah, I've prepped for this day my whole life.
Right. Yeah, I've had this conversation with my mom all the time. And I do like, I always mention like my friend Ryan, like I know how talented like my friends are. I know how talented you guys are. And I know that it's like that day when you guys like make it big, like it's going to be so worth it, because we've all seen each other start from the bottom.
Of us, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the difference that I feel like.
I mean, I won't speak to you anymore once I make it.
Yeah, no, for sure. You'll probably block my number and keep sending me reels, unfortunately. But
of all my movies.
Just put it in my face. But yeah, I think that's a difference. Sometimes, people get lucky and, book their massive job on the first audition. And that's
see it all the time.
Amazing. But yeah, it's not the same because I think that day we're going to be extremely grateful and it's going to be so worth it. You know what I mean?
I did want to ask you about this. I plan on doing pretty much a full episode on this, but because it came out like 2 days ago, you look great. Don't worry. You look gorgeous as always. Okay. But the AI actress.
I saw you posted about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Tilly.
Hey, what are your thoughts on that?
No, I'm doing a whole episode on it.
Oh, are you? Okay.
I will. Yeah. Next week, I'm going to do like 20 minutes on it because I have a lot of bits prepped.
Honestly, when I saw the news on that, I thought it was a joke. I didn't think it was real. I was like, oh, this has got to be like some joke. And then I saw multiple people posting and I was like, there's like no way that this is real. And also like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's just stupid. Honestly, I think it's stupid.
I think it's fine. I think everyone, my stories got blown up and people were like wanting to protest. I'm like, guys, let's all relax. Because here's what's going to happen. It's going to be a new art form. It's not going away. AI actors are going to exist, I think, but they're not going to replace us. It's going to be a whole new thing. It'll be movies made solely out of AI. And guess what? I will probably go buy a ticket to see that because I'm curious, but like we had the strike, we fought for our rights. We understand people want human entertainment, and AI is a big help with our industry, but it's also very dangerous. and can replace a lot of things. But I don't think in terms of in actors, I think the landscape will look a lot different in 10 years, but we will not be obsolete. Performers have existed since the dawn of time. You know, they have been a source of entertainment for a very, very long time, and people crave that. So I don't see it going anywhere. I think AI will be a whole new style and a whole new wing of our entertainment industry. And I think it's stupid to put your head in the sand and think it's not coming. You know, it's here.
For sure. No, I think AI is advancing so quickly that it's, you know, it's going to take over several jobs, not only actors. I mean, like, with AI, you
putting a lot of people in danger.
Yeah, you don't need a cinematographer. You could just type in what you want the scene to look like. You know what I mean? And you don't even need a director. Wide shot, close up. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just going to replace actors.
And you've done directing. You've directed. You know what can be replaced, or no, that's not replaced, but what can be helped with AI, you know? So what kind of directing have you done before? I know you've directed your music videos, right? You've done a lot of that. What's that experience been like for you in comparison to being in front of the screen?
It's been really cool. I mean, my love for I've always loved directing. Since I was a kid, like I would always have my friends come over and I would literally film a movie with them. Like that was just like my daily like hangouts. My play dates would be literally filming things. I would have a script ready and, you know. So I think like even as a kid, I always loved being behind the camera more than in front. That's always just been me. 'Cause I think it's more of like I loved being in control. You know what I mean? And I think that us as actors, you know, we get the job and we're told what we have to do and we embody the character that is on the page, right? But to be the director or writer, you know what I mean? You're the one telling the story essentially. Like you're the one, you know, visually placing exactly how you want it to look like, you know? And I think that's just like huge responsibility. I fell in love with just being able to, tell stories. So I started directing my own music videos, doing so many that I was like, okay, I think I know which camera angle I look best. And I'm like, I might as well just try. And I ended up loving it. And it's just really cool to be able to just like, you know, imagine these things and put them, you know, on screen. And then I did like this little like series combining like this like EP that I did, and I told like
What's
this
that
little
called?
Sorry to Future Me. It's
Sorry
like
to
this
Future Me. Up on YouTube?
Hey, fake friend. Wow.
Hey, genius.
Oh, that was
how the
during
podcast
time
works is you have to actually name drop your stuff and tell people where it's at.
Well, you didn't watch it?
No, I didn't watch it. But you know who should? Our audience. Come on, media training at 10. Play the game. A big thing I've noticed with your music.
Oh, okay.
We're back. I'm back to professional. Look at me. I flip in and out. This is great. Are you impressed at how professional I am?
I've honestly like appreciated the way you transition into the questions, because like I did read the questions. And the way you like throw them in there is really interesting.
I appreciate that. It's mostly because I'll forget and then I'll remember what the question was. But a big thing I've noticed with your music, because I have listened to your music since I was a kid, even a lot of the songs written about me, which
This
you
is
know,
true.
a lot of them. But it's matured a lot. It's gotten a lot. Your maturity and who you are as a young woman now has come very clearly in your music. What has that experience been for you? How have you changed your process to where it reflects like that?
I think it's just part of growing up. You know, I've slowly sort of developed my own sound. I think as a kid, you're sort of just trialing different things, you're experimenting. And it's the same way it's like you're growing up, you know, you're trying out different clothes, different styles, you know, and I think it's just part of, you know, being a kid and experimenting. But yeah, I feel like now I'm kind of set on what I want my music to sound like. And that's like really big for me because I've never had that. I think like I've always just been kind of playing, oh, I like this like more reggaeton, or I like this more of just like indie pop, like English type of music. But now I've definitely, I've found that. And I think it's also developed in a way that I've like lived life and experienced different things and matured, and all those experiences, you know, in a way, like songs are like a diary to me, essentially. You know, it's all these things that I'm feeling and I can't necessarily put into words, but in a song, it comes to me so easily, you know? And it's like, yeah, I go through life and I live these things and I put it into a song. And I think that the way that I've matured over the years has reflected in, you know, the way that I want my music to sound. And yeah, definitely leaning more into like indie pop rock now. All
I was
in
going to ask
Spanish.
how you would describe yourself to
Yeah.
somebody who maybe's never heard your music.
Now, I mean, all my past music is just like a very different sound, but
Still out there as well.
it's out there.
Go listen to it.
Well, over and over again. Go check out the music video
on YouTube.
But yeah, now it's just definitely leaning heavily into indie pop rock, like Latin, full Spanish, but indie pop rock sound. So it's interesting because I feel like when you think of like Latin music, it's a very specific like sound.
Sure. Yeah, I know Bad Bunny.
Yeah, listen to that all the time. Karol G.
Love him, her, them.
Her.
George Strait.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
Country music.
Country music. But yeah, pop rock.
What's the technical process for you for writing your music? Like, how do you go from an idea or an inspiration to actually putting it down on paper?
Yeah, so I'll go through like a breakup, right? And then I'm just like, damn, like I don't know how I feel right now, and I'll open my phone and I'll just like type whatever comes into my mind, like blah blah blah, whatever I'm thinking about, passing by the street of your house and I'm, you know, reminiscing or whatever, you know. And then all of a sudden I will probably just like play a few chords on guitar or find a random beat online, which I sometimes always do, like just to find like a bass of something and kind of put like a melody to it. But I really like always know what I want to say before. And yeah, and then I will show it to my producer and he will.
Do you work with one producer or have you worked with a multitude of them over the years?
I've worked with like a multitude, but I have my producer, his name's John. He was based in Georgia, now in Colorado, but recently started working with a new one here in LA who did the last song and another song that's going to come out soon. His name is Alec, and really great. So yeah, we're just sort of like developing that new sound.
Let me ask you a fun question. Question I ask every single person who's ever touched the entertainment industry. One of my favorite segments. Give me your worst audition story.
Oh, damn. I should have had this one prepped because there's so many and I'm like,
oh, I've got plenty of time to go through more than one.
Worst auditions. There's one that just left me traumatized. When I was younger, I would go out for Disney like all the time.
Yep.
And my agents, I think I was like 15 or whatever, sent me out for like bird caller number 1 or bird watcher number 1, something like that.
Sounds like something to really challenge you.
Yeah, no, it was very challenging. And for the audition, they just wanted you to like basically like caw for like 2 minutes straight, like for 2 minutes straight. And I remember walking in there and I was like, no, it'll probably be like there's like 2 caws in the script, like I'll just, you know, in and out, like check whatever. Went in there, had me do it for like 2 minutes, stopped me in the middle of the caw. Phone rings, right? Hold on a second, gotta step out. Steps out in the middle, mind you, didn't have any other line but a caw, right? I'm waiting in the room for like probably like 10 minutes go by. Like, I'm not even joking, I'm not even exaggerating, like literally 10 minutes gone. I like peek out, my mom's in the waiting room. She's like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? Comes back in. He's like, okay, let's go.
Go again.
Go again. Caw for like 2 minutes more. And he's like, thank you. And I didn't end up getting it.
Who's the bitch that got that?
I don't know.
Who's the caw bitch?
Honestly, it was crazy. It was the craziest thing. I'm like, do you really need somebody to come in for this? Like, you can't just like cast.
You don't know. There's a lot of people who claim to caw on their resume, and then they
true.
come in and they can't get it done on the job. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in to In the Mix. A special thanks to Giselle for doing that interview with me. Check out all of her new music coming out very soon. You can find her on Spotify, Apple, anywhere you listen to your stuff. And go check out her YouTube page. All information, Giselle Torres, will be linked below. Guys, thanks so much for being here. We'll see you soon.